has released his debut book that dwells deep into the reader's imagination and blows their mind in the direction that they've never ever dreamed of. Now, this breathtaking book that's entitled The Blood of Your Blood is a very personal and joyful fictitious vampire love story and a fantasy adventure that takes us back to the 15th century England as we follow Sir Jamie and Lady Sophia's journey of love, courage, secrets and betrayal. Now, to help us unpack this captivating offering, we're now joined by its author from our Durban studio, Mr. Reza Ali. A very good morning to you, Reza. Thank you so much for joining us. Where did the idea of this book come from?
Good morning, Sofia. Well, it's something that I've been, looking at for some time. I've always been sort of, drawn to the paranormal, and I've looked at various, other sort of stories, and I've drawn from all of that and put together a book which I believe, would provide great entertainment, a great read.
All right, now from a debut book, why did you decide to tap into the fiction genre?
Look, in terms of fiction, my background is an entrepreneur, so I've been involved in a family business with my dad for quite some time, and it was a pretty successful business. About 3 years ago, we experienced some financial difficulties, and a year later, I'd lost everything. So, at that point in time, my life, sort of changed dramatically, and I had this desire to write. And I hadn't known that about myself previously, and I tapped into my sort of creative spirit, and I produced this book. So in terms of fiction, just the desire to produce something that was quite outstanding and draw on all the the different sort of experiences I've had, reading different types of books and science fiction and so forth.
Indeed, Reza. Now, this is no doubt a riveting and a very compelling read. I mean, it's certainly a juxtaposition of two wars that King Henry faced. A physical war that he fought during the day, and of course, an abstract war with vampires that he fought during the night. Take us through that.
Sorry, some people, I didn't get that.
All right, it is actually a juxtaposition of two wars that King Henry faced. That is the physical, violent war that he faced during the day, and of course, the abstract war with vampires during the night. Take us through that.
Yes, well, in a conventional sense, King Henry at that point in time did face a battle with a rebellion, a sporadic rebellion, which I drew on in the book. And obviously the real fiction aspect of it comes in with the war, the surreptitious war at night with the vampires.
Yeah.
It ties into, the kind of thinking that I had at the time, and it's a new world, it's a fantasy genre, so
now Reza,
you see that
all right, now Reza, researchers have for years been trying to establish the existence of vampires, but that has been quite an uphill battle because the vampires are not necessarily looking to be found. So it now begs the question: do vampires really exist?
In our minds, in our fantasy, and obviously you can relate it to aspects of reality as well. There are times in people's lives where they face situations where other people kind of impinge on them, and one can sort of relate that to the experience of a vampire. But to answer your question, vampires are purely fictitious characters. And it really does intrigue one's imagination.
All right, now in closing now, Reza, the closing quote in the book reads, "Even with such peril, I've never felt more excited." Now, this makes us even more excited to read about this story. Any possibilities or likelihood of a sequel to this story?
Yes, no, for sure. This book is intended to be the first of a series. So I intend to bring in, quite a few more novels in the series. So for sure, 100%. The characters that are created here obviously will play a bigger role in the future. There's a lot more to come from the series.
All right, Reza Ali, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time. All right, that was author Reza Ali speaking to us about his debut book titled Blood of Your Blood, a read that actually takes the reader on a journey of imagination as it explores just how beauty can behold dark secrets, disloyalty and betrayal. Morning Live takes a short break. We'll be right back.